Breaking. Jay-Z sells out Diddy after being named in lawsuit. All right. Okay. Let's get to this God's work, right? We got a whole lot of it to do today, man. I want to know something, right? Do you got your head screwed on today? Because today you're gonna need it, man. I think I'm gonna go in overdrive today, man. Whole lot of carrots in the chat, you know, rabbit work. Say when I look intellectual, I look like they call me Harry Pothead. You know what I'm saying? So we got a celebrity bodyguard going viral, you know what I mean? Like basically ratting. You know what I never understood? I never understood why they start ratting. Why they start ratting, you know what I mean, when everybody else start ratting. Why you wasn't ratting when all this stuff was going on? They start ratting as soon as they see a bag. Double tap the screen on the way to the door, right? So yeah, the bodyguard, he's snitching, and he on that. What was that dude named? The mob dude that do the he does the vlogging now. You know what I'm saying? I think he snitched on a few things. Yeah, the dude appears on it. I mean, this shit going viral, man. It's like 1 million views on this joint. Now, did y'all know that Jay-Z owns most of the rights of all the rights, or a lot of the rights of all Rockefeller artists? We talking about Nicole Ray, Kanye, Young Guns, Chris Sean, Beanie Siegel. He owns the rights to all of them joints. We got a lot of rabbit holes to get to today, right? And the United Healthcare CEO, the dude that just got shot, they just caught a suspect, man. It just happened. We're gonna find out. Dude name is Luigi. All right. We also got some other rabbit hole stuff. I gotta get into this Obama bag because I'm gonna keep it real, man. Obama, 10 walls, no walls, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they running, hey yo, 10 walls.
Nigga, you gay.
In a real way. I'm starting to think Obama's like that too. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get into this motherfucking rabbit hole, man. Salute to everybody that's here. Let's go. Jay-Z is totally so disassociated. See, y'all reading the wrong shit. I'm gonna show y'all something that y'all not paying attention to, right? Jay-Z and Diddy ain't friends, man. Them niggas is the fakest friends ever. Trust me. So if y'all think that Jay-Z dropping that his statement today talking about, you know what I mean? Like, listen, that's some heinous shit y'all talking about. Y'all need to file criminal charges. That's just his way of disassociating with Diddy. And I'm gonna explain it to y'all in a second.
See the lineup? Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
They may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy
more in the rabbit hole. Because we got D-Haven going viral right now for exposing homie, right? Now, y'all know Jay-Z's Jay-Z's definitely my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tupac used to be my favorite rapper, all right? But Jay-Z is definitely my favorite rapper. But Jay-Z has stolen the rights to all his people's shit. That's number one. And then I got videos with Jay-Z linking up with Diddy in front of the cameras. When he see when it's for the cameras, there's a lot of love. But when he don't see that camera's watching, watch the complete contrast. Let's get to it, man. All right.
had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup? Jay-Z is setting Diddy up.
They may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is...
You can call me Love.
And word was rambunctious, you know, just out with it. It don't mean that they're not two of the same.
Hey, you know what? That statement that Jay-Z threw out there was ingenious. What else would he say? Of course, press charges. You know what I'm saying? It's heinous what y'all talking about. I honestly don't. I'm going to let y'all know my opinion in a second.
Just a little quiet with this shit.
He ain't doing shit. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened, and yet they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it.
Oh shit!
Are you worried that using your
Oh, we about to go down the rabbit hole, y'all. I know y'all see it. Let me give y'all this video because I want y'all to go watch this later on. I'm not going to go through the whole video, but this is Scary Hours Productions. You know what I'm saying? Let me share the video real quick. All right.
What happens when two of hip-hop's biggest names go way back? Jay-Z and Diddy, two names that spell wealth, fame, and power. But behind the cameras, exclusive parties, and luxury suites lies a side that's far darker than anyone imagined. Rumor has it, while Diddy's facing charges for everything.
Type 1 if y'all think that Jay-Z is guilty of the new allegations.
From racketeering to trafficking, and some say Jay-Z's hands aren't so innocent either. Let's rewind to the 90s, where the story begins with these two moguls rising from the gritty streets of New York.
Remember, I do these Diddy stories for Ghosts of Aaliyah.
Back then, no one knew they built hip-hop empires, let alone that the empires might be built on secrets. New York City in the 90s wasn't just a place, it was a vibe. And from these streets came two young guys, one from Harlem and one from Brooklyn. Diddy, the Harlem hustler, and Jay-Z, the kid from Brooklyn, shared the same dream. To become
blacks taking down blacks. Well, get your black ass up out of here. I'm Cambodian, all right? Ain't no blacks taking down no blacks. You know what's so crazy, man? Free my ops, right? But what we're going to speak about dysfunction in a little while.
Hip-hop royalty. But what started as hustle quickly transformed into power, money, and control. Diddy was the mastermind behind Bad Boy Records.
Well, he said Jay-Z is no joke. I believe he's no joke, but not in the way that they talking about. I don't think, we're going to break down this whole thing. First and foremost, which one of you niggas is letting your 13-year-old daughter, men, your 13-year-old daughter go to a rap concert with these two, with some weirdos in a whole nother city, don't even got a ticket. Like she literally went out there and was just parlaying outside of the venue and got picked up by a limo driver. Yo, bro, this shit is nasty work. But for real, Marcy in the house. That's a fact. Jay-Z's a bro one, right? But I just don't think that they ain't sold me yet. Check it out.
Signing artists like Biggie Smalls and ruling the East Coast hip-hop scene.
The Tupac article had me pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Because first of all, he dissed my man, said my man turned his back on him, and I know for a fact that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? And like the rumors that's spreading is on some tip like we set him up, you know what I'm saying? And that's crazy.
Jay-Z co-founded
Actual in the building, man. My brother, salute, man. Miss you, bro. You need to pull up more often, man.
Rockefeller Records, launching his own music career with the same laser focus. Both were obsessed with success, but there was something different about how each played the game. Diddy's wild, attention-grabbing style got people talking. Jay-Z, on the other hand, was calculated, always a few steps ahead, but quiet about it. He never rushed to speak, never let too many people in. Where Diddy went big and bold, Jay-Z played his cards close. But there's more to this dude.
Watch this. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights all the way up in here. You know what I'm saying? If you got here from the short feed or the vertical feed, my name is Mac Main True Story. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. All right. And double tap the screen or go to the top right and hit the three dots. That's where the like button is at. We're going down the rabbit hole. Right. Do y'all think that Jay-Z is guilty? You know what I'm saying? Just type ones. And we're gonna unravel this story.
Duo, then parties and music. Let's talk about
L'Oreal, Rusty, salute. My nigga Lansky, we went crazy today, man. You know what I mean? I wish y'all would have pulled up. We're going to get in the algorithm, though. We're going to get Lansky 187 outside. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to the story.
Clive Davis, the man behind the man. Clive
Davis. Ooh, man. Y'all think Leo Cohen was a cocksucker? Clive Davis? Oh, man. They said that. Clive. Andre Harrell. Diddy on. Oh my God, this shit is crazy, bro.
A legend in the music industry, took Diddy under his wing in the early days. He showed Diddy how to play the game in ways that weren't written in any rule book. With Clive's
we completely forgot about Clive Davis, right? Arista Records, Slime Ball. You know what I mean? Bodies he got up under his belt.
guidance, Diddy learned.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. All these music execs got bodies under their belt. You want to know why? Because they work more dead than alive. I'll explain. When you them insurance policies, that's what these fucking rappers. Let me tell you something. It's like I'm a millionaire, right? Matter of fact, I'm not even a millionaire. I'm just a nigga that got a good hustle game like Diddy, right? I go get credit from the bank. I put the credit up behind you. I call that an advance, and then you owe me your life. It's very simple. You know what I'm saying? I go get a loan in your motherfucking name, bro. We call that an advance. Oh, you're the man. You're so talented. Here's $50,000. Sign over your publishing with that. You feel me? It's a rate game, my nigga. And he taught Diddy how to do it.
Learned how to seize control, how to outmaneuver, and most importantly, how to wield power quietly.
I'll show you how Jay-Z ended up owning all of Rockefeller's, all the shit that y'all listen to, that state property, Beanie Siegel, Jewel Santa, even Jadakiss, MOP, ODP, ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, Kanye, oh man, watch how deep.
But absolutely, Jay-Z watched this. And some say he took those lessons to heart too. For Diddy, Clive was more than a mentor. He was like a puppet master, pulling the strings, showing Diddy that sometimes power isn't about being seen. It's about making sure others fall in line. And as Diddy built Bad Boy into a hip-hop empire, people around him began to notice he'd do whatever it took to keep his kingdom safe, even if it meant eliminating threats. One of the darkest moments in hip-hop was the murder of Biggie Smalls. Rumors about Diddy's involvement have swirled for years. Many have asked, did Diddy pull a hit on his own friend to protect his empire? Some people close to the case believe it wasn't just West Coast, East Coast rivalry, but a calculated move. And Jay-Z, in the meantime, was on the sidelines, learning from Diddy's
Tavon, salute.
playbook, picking up how to survive in an industry that's as dangerous as it is glamorous. As these two built their empires, they stayed close. And as Diddy's darker side became more obvious,
Well, not as close as y'all think they were. Watch.
Jay-Z
I got some new shit. All right. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. Or go to the top right. Hit the 3 dots. You know what I'm saying? We going down the rabbit hole. All right. Beyonce even had a Rockefeller album and a meal.
he knew just how to avoid getting caught up in the fallout. A silent friendship, perhaps, or maybe a partnership based on knowing each other's secrets. In early 2020, rapper DaBaby got a rare glimpse into the strong bond between Jay-Z and Diddy. He found himself at a small, private party at Diddy's mansion in Los Angeles. It was a night to remember. DaBaby described how Diddy had started clearing out most of the guests as the night went on.
I was at a party at Diddy crib, and
Y'all remember I played this shit? I couldn't believe my motherfucking ears when I heard this shit the first time.
in LA, this was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? And, Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put him out, but he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
Me and maybe about 15 others.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective.
Wait. Jay-Z forced Rihanna. I just seen a documentary on her when she was 16. Well, we know Foxy Brown was 15 and Lil' Kim was 16. You know what I mean? They all freaking off. Lil' Kim, Mary J. Blige, Queen Latifah. I got videos with them all in the pool. Wow. Missy out running around looking like a dude. Come on, man. The Rat Pack. You know what I'm saying?
With the type of company I was in
Right.
at the moment, And
DaBaby couldn't believe the company he was in. Here he was, surrounded by two of the biggest names in music, personally chosen by Diddy to stay behind as the night got more exclusive.
Parking lot pimping. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics.
It wasn't just a party. It was a meeting of Diddy's most trusted circle, the people he allowed into his private world. Fast forward to the present day, and Diddy is facing a storm of legal troubles. And right beside him, in the shadows, Jay-Z. While Diddy's facing the public scrutiny, Jay-Z is keeping his distance, saying nothing.
Aha. Let me show y'all why. Because all y'all here, I be seeing these blogs talking about that, like trying to put them together like they friends and shit. Jay-Z don't want to have nothing to do with this fool right now, bro. Nobody do. You talk about Jay-Z, man, ain't nobody speaking up for home.
Wow.
They act like he ain't even in jail. Just like they acting like Yo Gotti ain't in jail.
Wow.
But people are asking, if these two were so close, could Jay-Z really be innocent? The industry has been buzzing with whispers.
Jay-Z is innocent on those charges, man. I just like, I'll bet my bottom dollar on that, man. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? I won't, because you never know. You feel me? But I think that his motivation is more so money. I don't think that it's coochie. You know what I mean? A lot of these dudes, they get rich and they don't know their desires until they get that money. Oh yeah, they drugs is different. They parties is different. You know what I'm saying? They companies different. Their investments is different. You dig? They different. You understand me, bro? Definitely not in our bracket. You know what I mean? So nothing, I wouldn't put anything past people, but I think that people's desires be different. Some people be more, chasing money. You know what I mean? I think Hove is in it for the bread. I'm going to show y'all why.
Fueled by people like 50 Cent, has taken to Instagram to throw some serious shade. In a recent post, 50 shared a video that seemed to link Jay-Z's name to the ongoing scandal.
Yeah, tell them stop bringing all the minors over here late at night. I live right next to him. He do too much. He be like buses, like big ass buses. You see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be. So what am I gonna go?
He even raised the question, asking his followers why Jay-Z has been so quiet since the lawsuit against Diddy came to light. 50 Cent's posts have only added to the mystery. Is Jay-Z keeping his distance?
I remember one time I seen a video on World Star, right? Of 50 sniffing coke out in it was in Europe somewhere. They caught that nigga with his face buried on the table, like nigga was getting fluffier than a cloud. 50 Cent, hell yeah, right? Nobody gave a fuck. You wanna know why? Because 50 Cent came out and he showed y'all he was on some dirty shit from the beginning. The rest of these niggas came out like they was perfect and all that. Like they was, they was removed from this lifestyle. Like they was clean. This is why they want a dirty Diddy name. Now think about it, right? Like, I mean, we know that this is a boy, Damon. All right? This is a boy. We're going to talk about that in a second. How did he convince Biggie? Like, fuck the trolling. How did he convince Biggie? Because Biggie surely knew this was a man. Then Biggie got in a bed with this dude. I know I'm going left field, but I'm going to get back to it, right? Biggie got in the bed with this dude in another scene. I'm not going to show it to y'all, right? Y'all remember Big Papa video? One more chance. Listen, man, that same joint that was in that Who Shot Your video, I think. Well, come on, man. I love it. I love the game, man. I love it.
Because he knows something we don't. But 50 Cent is not only
the reason why they didn't cancel 50 is because 50 came out with fucking 9 bullet wounds. You know what I'm saying? These niggas was getting stabbed up, all type of wild shit. Was, while Diddy was trying to remove himself from the smut, especially when the club got shot up. You know what I'm saying? Now look at Shine ratting and shit.
Only the famous person to mention Jay-Z. Jaguar, a former singer and industry insider, has been vocal about what she recalls.
Oh, I got more, man. It's gonna get nasty today.
Jay-Z's cold and calculating nature. She suggested that Jay-Z knew far more than he let on, that he kept close to Diddy, not just for friendship, but because it was convenient. According to Jaguar, Jay-Z has long been the silent player, allowing Diddy to take the heat while he kept his own hands clean.
Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter.
But Jaguar is
Basically Law in the building. The Mac Mizzle show in the building. Conversation with Upstate in the building. My boy Actual Factual in the building, y'all.
isn't the only one spilling the tea. Wendy Williams, the queen of celebrity gossip herself, has hinted at things about these two that would make anyone's skin crawl.
Word, domestic violence. We seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? The way he dealt with Cassie. But you know what? A lot of niggas would have beat Cassie ass. I ain't gonna lie. Cassie is if you lock Diddy up, Cassie's supposed to be right with him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas would have beat up Cassie because Cassie ran out of the hotel with all that bread. Yo, how much money was in that bag, y'all, that Cassie ran out? Most niggas would have stomped the chick out in a what do you got under that towel? Some shit like this. Oh, rest in peace, Tupac, man. I'm pretty sure when he's beating up Cassie, man, he had that on under the towel. He had this in the closet. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended.
Wendy has dropped bombshells over the years, suggesting there's a lot more to Diddy and Jay-Z's friendship than meets the eye.
A radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for
Ironically, right after this shit, Wendy Williams started getting very sick. You know what I'm saying? Now we know this. We seen the documentary and stuff like that. She like Candace Owens. She doesn't say allegedly a lot, right? We seen the documentary, but some weird way she started getting sick after that. And there was a lot of blogs talking about, you know, something, you know, some conspiracy shit. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to say no names.
talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. You know, what's worse? You know, hip hop wearing skirts.
Her story is real sad, man. Her story's sad. Damn, Wendy Williams' story is sad, bro. They all got a similar pain, man. Like when you're looking at certain celebrities, like when you're looking at Orlando Brown and you look at Jaguar, you know what I'm saying? And you look at some of the things that people say about the people that they was around, and ultimately what happens with them.
Talking about such.
It don't be nice.
And now it's all come full circle. You know, what's worse? You know, hip hop wearing skirts or hip hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that, you know, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny.
She even claimed there's evidence, tapes, photographs of things they both would rather keep buried. According to Wendy, there's a tape that shows
that lawyer he's either telling the truth or he's he's obviously willing to risk it all because he's tracking this shit down and they filed charges.
Diddy and
a suit, not charges yet.
Jay-Z in a compromising situation. She's hinted.
But that's how they start the charges, right? They file a suit first.
This tape could be a piece of evidence.
You better get in Bollywood, Russell.
That might turn everything we think we know on its head. While we can't say if the tape even exists, just a possibility has set social media on fire. Wendy's words were enough to make people wonder, if Jay-Z and Diddy shared so much, how much does Jay-Z know about Diddy's alleged crimes?
Somebody say Dr. Dre's gay. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. It's cool.
Jaguar Wright didn't hold back either. She mentioned that Jay-Z wasn't just a bystander, but
let's not forget to mention he like beating up women too. See, Dr. Dre, let me tell you something about Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's another dude, was, you know what I'm saying, that was stealing a lot of his artists, you know what I mean, rights. And then, you know, Suge stole them from him.
Active player in the industry's dark side. Jaguar claims that Jay-Z's connections went beyond music, that he knew about Diddy's activities and chose silence.
He starts little fires everywhere, forces
Tupac was zesty, facts.
Everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice.
Even more shocking, Jaguars hinted that Jay-Z may have been complicit, that he might have watched as Diddy threw his infamous freak-off parties. And that
now, men, which one of you niggas is letting your 13-year-old daughter go to a fucking Jay-Z concert with Jay-Z and Diddy and then go back to the hotel? You know what I'm saying? 13 years old in a whole different city. It's not happening, Poppy. You know what I mean? Even a crackhead daddy ain't letting that happen. Fucking crackhead, nigga. I will kill a crackhead, nigga. Listen, a crackhead father would have, like, literally would have killed one of them, bro.
That he knew exactly what was happening behind closed doors.
These ain't playing about their daughters, man.
He's a sociopath.
Don't let the media fuck you up and tell you that, we don't want to have nothing to do with our kids and none of that shit. That shit is played out. Nigga will kill you over his daughter.
He doesn't have any real feelings or emotions. Everything is transactional.
And remember, it's not just one person speaking out. Wendy, Jaguar.
He said Muslims ain't gay, Brody. Come on. Okay, so you talking about most deaf, right? I'm Muslim, my nigga. Let me show you what a Muslim look like. You see this? This is a Muslim, and this is used to be most deaf. This is now moist deaf. Okay, all right. It started out at them Diddy parties, but now look at this. Come on, man. This man looks like he's in danger, man. This man look like he's about to call a domestic violence hotline, man. This is most deaf. You up in here? You in my chat trying to preach to me? How you gonna preach to me? That's most deaf, yes. Umi says, pose like this. My man is voguing. All right. Now salute to him, man, because that jacket is fire on a 13-year-old girl. Look at this nigga. He like somebody's grandmother. Fuck is we talking about? He Muslim. So what? He, you know what I mean? So is Pac. Muslims don't do this. Damn sure don't wear no gold. Moist Deaf. That's his name. Take that.
And even former bodyguards and friends have started to tell their stories. Some say Jay-Z is a master at staying out of trouble, playing the role.
Good point, Venezuela. I saw Jay-Z with Beyonce when he was 27 and she was 16. It's the whole fact. But they say allegedly Jay-Z was smacking Aaliyah down too. You know what I mean? That's where him and Dame.
The clean businessman.
But I got that queued up. I'm gonna show it to y'all.
While Diddy's scandals pile up. But as more people come forward, it's getting harder to believe.
Yo, please, in the chat, right? Double tap the screen and go to the top right, hit 3 dots. Please stop disrespecting my chat and keep calling that man most deaf. I told y'all what his fucking name is. Can y'all type his name in the chat now? He used to be most deaf. I love this dude. You know what I'm saying? Said he Muslim. This nigga is not Muslim. What type of Muslim is this? This is the Muslim that sit in the other side of the men. On the other side of the curtain. What's he doing with that mood ring on? Double tap the screen. Get the likes up. What is his name? Type his name in the chat, y'all. Spam the chat with his fucking name. Most definitely Mookish. Come on, man. Moist Def. That's his name. His name ain't Most Def no more. Don't call him Most Def on my channel. Talking about he Muslim. Muslim moist. Muslim moist. Muslim moist. Muslim moist. Another moist one. We're gonna get to you too, Meek Mill. Get your ass up out that cage, bro. I told you this shit a month ago. Now I'm gonna keep it real. Meek Mill is in the cage looking concerned too, right? Not like a concerned domestic abuse victim, but more like concerned if they're gonna subpoena him. Huh? Moist Def. Hello. Yo, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all can get in the chat and get mad as you want, okay? But I'm going to tell you something, right? You're mad at the wrong motherfucker, okay? Should be mad at Meek Mill. Sheep stay asleep in the building. Yeah, man, I'm running down, man. Sheep stay asleep. My man DS1. Go ahead and subscribe. Drop your channel. Yeah, man, this nigga Meek Mill up in there looking like a fucking, you know what I mean? What's those shits called? Tampons? Put it right up. Said he was trying to look like DMX. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'll get DMX too, man. Y'all better get out my way, man. Don't come to this chat acting crazy, bro. I'll time your ass out. All right, let's get back to the content, man. Let's get back to the content, man. 1 second. Double tap the screen and go to the top right. Hit the 3 dots, okay? That's where the like button is at, all right? Culo!
Know anything. People are starting to piece things together. and they're beginning to see Jay-Z in a new light. While
Yeah, I said culo. You ain't from the Bronx, you ain't gonna understand.
Nigga, you gay.
Diddy's reputation crumbles, Jay-Z is standing tall. But if more details come out, will he be able to stay untouchable? Of course, these are just rumors, just things that people say. But in a world where silence often speaks louder than words, you
now y'all seen that video right there? That's when he was walking in the 40/40 club.
have to wonder.
Dude said, I changed my life listening to your music, man. How embarrassing. He didn't even acknowledge him. Shit, man. That's why I don't be kissing those celebrities' asses, man. When I see him, man, I go the other way, man. For real, for real. I worked in, you know what I'm saying? I worked up there. I worked at Rockefeller. I worked at Def Jam.
What secrets is Jay-Z keeping? And if Diddy's empire falls?
Now, we trolling right now. Mind you, we don't know if this man is guilty, right? But look, let's go here. Let's go here, all right? Uh-huh. Okay, the untold story. 1 second, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do God's work, not the hard work, right? And if you're an overly sensitive ass nigga, man.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has powder to absorb moisture. Use it every day to feel fresh, dry, and confident. FDS. Make it your second deodorant.
I'm trying to pull something up for you. You weird ass motherfuckers that's coming here to watch this shit, right? All right, give me a second.
Talk about snitching. Snitch what? The very next day after I shot Max against the Boston Seacourt, right? I prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Please don't let me kill nobody. I left the house. Gets the Boston Seacourt. There's a dude named Javon. Javon's sitting on the bench, talking crazy. He trying to punk the shit out of me. I'm ignoring him. Javon don't realize I could have killed him back in Truman. I was gonna shoot him outside the school. I was waiting for him with the same 38 that I got from Africa Bambaataa.
What is the motivation? What is the agenda? You don't know what?
It's 69 guard, man. Answer the poll, man. I don't think so. I don't think so. But look, that's not. Okay, let me show you something that Dame Dash said, right? Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up real quick, right? This dropped a couple hours ago. Not a couple hours ago. A little bit earlier, right?
Diddy. You know, Diddy is in a world of trouble, man. You know, he's been arrested. You know, he had the whole lawsuit with Cassie that looked really bad. She accused him of a lot of horrible things, and, you know, including rape. And, you know, we seen the video of Diddy beating her up in the hotel. I know, you know what I'm saying? You knew Diddy. You guys have known each other for a long time and, you know, been around each other, you know, what, you know, and
you about to throw hole right up under the bus.
What was it like when you first started hearing all this news?
It was I like everybody else. I couldn't believe.
Wait till he really start opening up that door with that Aaliyah door. Wait till they start digging in their closets and these storages and pulling the old ass cameras out and them Polaroid pictures. It's gonna get wicked out here. Trust me, man. It's gonna come down to the money game. They ain't gonna care.
It was that extreme. So I've always known him to be turned up, but I didn't know he was.
All right, let me let that load up because that shit is taking too long. We're gonna go back to that in 1 second, man. I got something worse than this that I want to show you, man. You niggas think this shit is correct. This shit, gang. Says Dame Dash. They did the secret marriage to Aaliyah and all that. We're gonna see all this real quick. I went down this road before, you know, and we came to the conclusion that most of these niggas are 69 guards. But check this out, though.
I think it's time for us to address the elephant in the room.
R. Kelly was the first corporately sponsored pedophile. Everybody knew.
Once it came out on R. Kelly, Jay-Z fled the scene.
Point was he knew all the time.
For 20 years, Jay-Z refused to speak out against R. Kelly, but his
Oh, you remember when Dame was talking about it? He said, yo, listen, how the fuck is you doing a whole concert, an album, and all this shit with my op?
former partner, Dame
At that time, we didn't know that all of this shit was going on. It didn't make sense to us then. It makes sense to us now. Well, why? You know what I mean? It was strike after strike.
won't stay silent.
Aaliyah is key to everything. Aaliyah and I were very serious. We talked about getting married, so I knew exactly what went on.
She would be like, no, that's a bad man.
R. Kelly did indeed marry his protege, the 15-year-old singer Aaliyah Houghton.
Like, Aaliyah was like the sacrificial lamb for all that.
22-year-old rising star Aaliyah has been killed in a horrific plane crash.
It's a pain that you couldn't understand.
It changed you, turned you
Emotional,
popping. Lowest, Jay committed the ultimate betrayal.
I had so much trust in my brother, but he did things that I thought he would never do. So what you think I felt all these years?
For 20 years, R. Kelly's power protected him.
At that time, we did not look hard enough.
Remember Aaliyah's album cover?
Age ain't nothing but a number sitting back there like per.
Let's not act like Aaliyah wasn't running around with mad niggas. Come on, man. Y'all seen all them pictures I showed y'all with DMX? Which one of y'all letting y'all your girl go to a video shoot and end up in between the nigga legs and all type of wild shit? And they feel comfortable taking pictures like this. She was young then too. I'm not saying that she was like 16, but come on, bro.
Master.
I mean, that
was a regular thing back then. You know what I'm saying? Snatching them young joints up. You know what I mean? Putting guns on them, having them following the tours. Putting mad weed on them and shit. That was regular.
Man, you know, I ain't have nothing to do with that.
They made a song together called Not Guilty. Anybody that knows
Rocks got you hot because you kept your face in the bush. Come on, man.
what happened to my girl that with me should not be with homie.
You think you're getting these hoes now because of your looks? Nas. Come on, man. Ironically, Nas signs with Rock Nation. Oh, man. Disgusting. Disgusting. Come on, man. Your man sells out Dame Dash, takes the bread from the Rockefeller shit, goes and leverages that into Tidal, then comes back to Lior. Yo, put me on, my boy, knowing that Lior is about to come and take over YouTube. Lior, Scott, eat my dick, okay? I just seen that, right? Okay. Just in case y'all don't understand what I'm talking about, let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all how the money moves. When the last time y'all seen an album by, let's say, all right, let's go to somebody's album Beanie Siegel album, The Reason. Let's go to The Reason album. Oh man, watch this, yo. Watch this. Reception. Let's go to who owns this shit, because it's Beanie Siegel. It's Beanie Siegel. Samples, personnel. We want to look at who's the executive producer of this. Watch this. Producer. We got to go to the executive producer. I'm trying to figure out who's the executive producer of the album. Reasonable Doubt. Okay, we know that's okay, Philadelphia Freeway, popular album. Track listing. I want to see the executive producers of these shits. They just showing sample list. For personnel, Sean Carter, vocals. Up right here. Executive producer. He owns this album. Jay-Z owns Philadelphia Freeway album. Jay-Z owns it. He's the executive producer. Right? All Money Is Legal. That was executive producer Jay-Z. This was a joint effort with Columbia and Rockefeller. Jay-Z owns it. A Mills album. All of these albums that's here, man, from Rockefeller, Jay-Z is an executive producer of it. What does that mean? Producer, executive, producer, Sean Carter. Look at this shit, bro. That's why all of these motherfuckers is broke and these niggas is eating. The deal itself is fucked up. Jay-Z, when they said that he modeled himself behind Diddy, it's true. That's how he was able to finesse son, Dame Dash. Let's get back into it, man. Double tap the screen, get the likes up, right? Or go to the top right, hit the 3 dots.
Tell me about the relationship with Jay-Z. You and Jay-Z formed Rockefeller Records in the 90s. Are you and Jay-Z still friends?
Well, but there's been things where he's been in business with people that are against my honor code. So because of that, I kind of have to keep a distance.
As you hear all this other stuff in the news with R. Kelly, how does that make you feel about him?
I was just shocked at how long he got away with it. How many people turned and looked the other way. How many people were still
relax in the chat with certain words. You know what I mean? Have some tact, right? And switch your words up when you're going to use inflammatory words. All right. The industry is a predatory industry. Corey Feldman recently said he just finally realized he was a part of a cult and no child. Yeah, I seen that. And no child should be introduced to Hollywood and the entertainment industry. Ironically, Usher's parents gave up their rights, to him and sent him to the flavor camp, right? With Diddy. Justin Bieber, Aaliyah's parents gave her up. Come on, man. Come on. You got to ask yourself, you got to entertain that at some point and say, yo, what the fuck is going on with these parents that allow these kids to just get taken into, you know what I'm saying, somebody's camp, my nigga, for years and deal with them in that kind of way. Come on, man.
So, involved with him in any kind of way, knowing all those things.
Before R. Kelly, Dame and Jay were inseparable as they built an empire together.
You've been with Jay-Z since the beginning, right? So,
yeah, for about 10, 15 years.
Jay-Z and Dame came from street money to starting a label that nobody wanted to sign Jay-Z, so they created their own and turned around and got him famous to where he got a deal. They got a deal in Def Jam.
We all know we're a family here at Rockefeller. Jay's my best friend. I'm not ashamed to say it. And we all know this, we close, and that's one of the reasons why we so tight as a family.
Dame always fought for Jay, even when no one else would.
I took it more personal than business because I was fighting for my friends and my brothers as opposed to people I didn't know.
This is the man that came in the corporate offices, and when they were
I don't like Choke, man. I don't really fuck with
was robbing us, he made sure we got what we were supposed to get.
And we built this from nothing. Nothing.
Nita said the parents need to be charged. And it's crazy, yeah. The men, as R. Kelly was wrong because they knew they were kids, but hold everyone accountable. That's the whole fact, man. The parents should be hung. And then you don't hear no parents speaking against us. They don't about nobody bothering us when we be saying, yo, listen, y'all foul for doing that. Because they got paid off. God bless Aaliyah.
So there's nothing that we can't see our way through.
But when Dame met Aaliyah,
But Aaliyah was fast. Aaliyah was fast. Yes, she was groomed and all that, but Aaliyah's ass was fast. Aaliyah was throwing that pussy all around, man. God's work. You too sensitive, man.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has powder to absorb moisture. Use it every day to feel fresh, dry, and confident. FDS. Make it your second deodorant.
I'm only here to, tell you how I see it, man. Aaliyah was throwing that pussy around a lot, bro. She was throwing it around, man. God bless her soul, but that's how she was raised. She was groomed like that. Come on, man. Everybody that seen Aaliyah wanted her. Niggas was in jail. I was in jail when Aaliyah was popping. I just wanted to come home to see Aaliyah. That's it. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit y'all talking about. You want to go home and you haven't had fried chicken. Man, I want to see Aaliyah. You want to know why? Aaliyah had a certain mystique about her. She was a very, very beautiful spirit. And I think that more than it wasn't sexual attraction that all these men felt for. It was just a sort of angelic. It was something, you know, like when they say opposites attract, a demon would be attracted to such pure energy. And I hope I'm explaining this the right way. And this is just my opinion from the outside and for, you know, looking on the inside of the prison. Niggas had Aaliyah all up on the walls up in the, yo, it was crazy, bro. Aaliyah? What? They all wanted her, bro. How she been with so many men in 4 years since the inception of Aaliyah to the end of Aaliyah. Sad story, man. This is why I started speaking about Diddy. It was because of Aaliyah.
Everything changed.
She was one of those people that if she did something first, everyone followed suit because she was a very forward thinker.
Now, not only do you have your self-titled album coming out, we just heard that you have been confirmed Matrix 2 and the Matrix 3. Yeah. Oh my God, congratulations.
I feel so blessed because everything that I've always wanted is happening to me. And I just feel like I have so many places to go and so many things to enjoy.
She was bright.
Never seen anyone that was going to affect the world like she did, despite the fact that she went through a lot of bull. Still very innocent and not jaded.
Aaliyah
One of the purest sides I've ever seen the Dame Dash is when he speaks about Aaliyah.
see a different side of Dame, but as they got closer, there was one thing in their way.
Our intention at first wasn't even to be in love. We were just really good friends, and we fell for real. It was almost an accident.
My friend Natani brought me to this photo shoot in LA. It was called like the It Girls. And we were talking about things about your soul and the evolution of your soul. And that was where our connection came. We developed a real friendship. But it was always apprehension because other people were trying to get out.
And then, you know, I guess Jay was...
Yeah, because she was fucking Jay-Z first, you know what I'm saying? And then Jay-Z, you know, come on, man. Y'all, I showed y'all the interviews with Aaliyah when she's admitting that she was fucking with Jay-Z, man. It was just...
was trying to get at her as well. And I didn't know.
Okay.
Trying to get out.
Here you go.
And then, you know, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well. And I didn't know. He was sending flowers and he was courting her.
Because the rumor originally was that you were connected to Jay. Exactly. Jay and I were hanging out a lot. He's my homie. We have a lot of fun.
Connected to Jay, exactly.
We're connected to Jay. Exactly. Jay and I were hanging out a lot. He's my homie. We have a lot of fun together, but we never dated like that.
I'm gonna leave it.
So you have
a boyfriend in your life?
It's personal.
That's
the personal life.
No.
I don't really discuss it. It's hard when you're in this business. You become a
Can't
public
talk about
figure.
it.
You know what I mean? And everything you do belongs to the public, and that's fine. But there's parts that you want to keep for you.
Dame knew how important Aaliyah's privacy
Rest in peace. Scott Swizzy, salute.
was because she'd been under attack for her last relationship 5 years earlier.
Hip-hop star
Jay-Z is 69 guards. Spam this chat with ones, y'all. I don't think so. If you don't think so, type 2s. But if you think Jay-Z is a 69 guard, type 1s in the chat.
Kelly did indeed marry his protege, the 15-year-old singer Aaliyah Houghton.
That was a headline. That was something talked about like it was normal.
Did y'all ever talk about it?
We talked about it up to the point where it hurt.
As Aaliyah opened up to Dame, he learned just how dark the relationship with R. Kelly had been.
We were out on the road with Aaliyah. On a tour bus, there really aren't any confined spaces. So it just so happened we were all laying in our bunks when the door flew open on us. What did you?
Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. Got 364 people here. Everybody, if you think that Jay-Z is a 69 guard, type 1s in the chat. If you don't, then type 2s. Feel free to spam the chat with as many 1s or 2s you want. All right. Now, the whole thing would be like we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back real quick, right? We're gonna bring Diddy into the situation. But give me a second.
You see?
You're wondering how to earn serious.
All right, double tap the screen, like I said, and share this video real quick, man. Share it on Facebook. If you got a Facebook, share it on Facebook specifically. All right. If you got a channel, then share it on your channel too.
Things that an adult should not be doing with a child.
Dame would do anything to protect Aaliyah, but his partnership with Jay put him in a difficult position.
You ever have beef with R. Kelly?
And what do y'all think was Jay-Z's reasoning at that time, like to do a fucking record with your? Was you think was being vindictive? Like, yo, listen, I seen Aaliyah first. I had her. I was courting her and doing all of the ugly nigga stuff. Because, you know, ugly dudes got to do, you know, they got to dig in their pockets. Ugly dudes got to dig in their pockets and they do different stuff than dudes like me. You know what I'm saying? Like me, all I got to do is blow on a chick, risk, and she's going to come. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But some ugly dudes, they got to do some pretty expensive things. And she chose Dame. She chose Dame. He was like, yo, fuck that. You know what? I'm going to do an album with R. Kelly. You want to know why? Because Jay-Z was going to him, telling him shit. He thought he was his best friend, like he said. Telling him stuff. Telling him pillow talker to your homie about what your woman told you about this nigga. Feel me? She didn't tell Jay-Z. She probably gave Jay-Z some coochie, but she didn't confide in him. She confided in you. It's crazy.
Kelly while you was with Aaliyah?
She just wanted it left alone. So that's the thing that people would be like when Jay was doing videos with him. I was being the video, but I'd be like, yo, what do you want me to do? And she's like, don't start nothing. Just don't be in no shots with him.
She didn't want to deal with the bullshit. Like the things that had happened in the past, she told me leave it alone. I would have to respect her wish no matter what. And her wish was leave it alone, let me heal.
Joy, salute.
Let me rest. I'm in love. Let's just enjoy this.
As their relationship grew, everyone around them could see how much Dame and Aaliyah meant to each other.
You know, the thing was she was gone a lot. So the time that we had together, I mean, it was like we appreciated it.
They were in heaven. Nothing from the outside really got in their way. And she was so happy. She was so happy.
It was like the first kind of time that...
That's the one that Tupac was smacking, right? Keith Jones?
That she had found this kind of peace and happiness, and the same thing for me.
I didn't know what being in love was. I didn't even understand what that feeling is. And I was able to really achieve that with her. So now I know what it feels like.
So you were in love with her?
Yeah. Completely.
What was your last conversation with her?
I didn't want her to do the video.
Which video?
She was shooting a video in Miami. And I had my son and my nephews with me. And, you know, she was very supportive. So I was like, all right, I'm going to come down there. I'll bring the kids, make a vacation, work, the whole nine.
Remember she used to babysit you?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun with Aaliyah.
But when Aaliyah told Dame that she had to fly to the Bahamas to finish the video, he was desperate for her to stay.
I told her, like, I didn't want her to go. And that's kind of because that was one of the reasons why she was in such a rush to get back. And even when she got on the plane, she didn't like the plane. So, like, one of our last texts was, I don't like the plane. And I literally was like, don't get on it. I literally was like, don't get on it.
And if I'd have been an asshole that day and really stood behind what I believed in, she wouldn't have got on that plane.
Hollywood lost a rising star with the death of 22-year-old R&B star Aaliyah.
Tell me about that day. Where were you?
And they totally brushed it up under the rug because what happened right after Aaliyah's death? Y'all tell me in the comments. Matter of fact, spoiler alert. September 11th. Also around that same time, Jam Master Jay was killed.
I was getting my hair cut. And I was waiting for her. She was trying to get back really quickly because we were trying to see each other.
The small twin-engine Cessna erupted into a fiery nosedive just minutes after leaving the Bahamas, where Aaliyah was shooting an upcoming music video.
Vicious as fuck.
Your mother called. And, she said she had a team had called and said that there was a plane crash and Lee was in it. And once I heard it, I knew it was true.
My cousins and I all heard it, and there was like 10 of us were just all crying down the line. And then I saw my dad. He was just devastated. I actually never saw him that low. I feel like emotionally he had hit rock bottom. It was probably like one of the worst days we ever had.
You also said that her death, it changed you, turned you into a monster.
Yeah. It made me fearless. Because I know what real pain feels like and I've dealt with it. Can't be nothing worse than that.
We actually have video at her funeral where you're very emotional. Remember that day?
I don't revisit it often because it hurts. But a lot was going on in that moment. I mean, I still had to get myself together and fight because there were things that were going on.
Dame barely had time to grieve when just 5 months after Aaliyah's death, Jay-Z did the unthinkable.
just the idea of having a whole album with myself and R. Kelly was just an amazing prospect. Best of Both World tours come to
Like, how the fuck did that conversation start, bro? This is your man. Yo, Dame Dash and Kareem Big Burks get together because they went to Talentine High School together in the Bronx. How do I know that? Because I grew up right there, right in the building, right in front of that shit. I could see inside Talentine. Kareem Big Burks gets $300,000, puts it up for Rockefeller Records. Him and Dame Dash. First artist, Jay-Z. They started out with a dude named Tone and Skeet. You know what I'm saying? Original Flavor. I know them too. I know them personally because they from my hood. Oh man. Gets the money, puts the money up, and they get Jay-Z. Bruh, he finessed everybody. Look, Kareem Big Burks end up going to the fucking feds for getting caught with a bunch of weed. Comes home. Guess what? Jay-Z gifts him the whole entire Reasonable Doubt merchandise and everything. He's in charge of everything. He runs everything. He owns it. You know what I'm saying? As a gift to be quiet. My opinion. You know what I mean? Jay-Z's a smart boot though. Damn, that nigga is savage.
a city near you. That's the Both Worlds t-shirts, draws, condoms.
How does that conversation start with your homeboy's op? Man, that gotta be some wicked shit, man. I wish one of you niggas would call yourself my friend, my business partner, right? And decide to go do a fucking album and a tour with the dude that was R-word and the only woman I ever loved. And she dead now. We was out here, like your body, yaddy, yaddy. I was in Queensboro, correctional facility, about to come home. Nigga, I couldn't wait to get in the club and, girl, you got a body, yaddy, I didn't want, she get it from her mama. Remember that shit? Double tap the screen. Let's get them likes up to 200, man. We got 500 people up in here. Double tap the screen and go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. She get it from her mama. And we was out here jamming to that shit, right? Every radio station. How does a conversation like that start? That's some calculated shit, man. That's some real calculated shit because you got to think about it. Jay-Z ain't need R. Kelly. Jay-Z could have did a duet album with fucking Carl Thomas and did bigger numbers than that. Real talk. Come on, bro. Keep it real. And then what happened at that concert? This shit was a mess.
Everything.
How do you deal with that when someone you respect does that you don't with at all? You got to remember, once I knew Aaliyah, I knew everything. So yeah, if me and you cool, and you know that I got a girl that your man, and I tell you, and you like, you're gonna still work with her.
Listen to this conversation really carefully. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I think he's hitting all the points I just said.
Both Worlds t-shirts, draws, condoms, everything.
How do you deal with that when someone you respect does that you don't with at all? You got to remember, once I knew Aaliyah, I knew everything. So yeah, if me and you cool, and you know that I got a girl that your man, and I tell you, and you like, you're gonna still work with him.
I told you. He told him.
What you gonna feel? So what you think I felt?
Even as new allegations came out, Jay
I don't blame him. If he thought that was his homie, that wouldn't be nothing to tell you.
looked the other way.
Kelly is accused of videotaping himself having sex with an underage girl. Prosecutors maintain the girl in the video was as young as 13 when it was made.
I mean, I wasn't.
That's an ill number, man. They keep coming up with that lucky number 13. All right, double tap the screen. Let's get them lights up, y'all. All right, let's have a like party right now. Go to the top right of your screen and hit the.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
If you're on that Trump train, type ones or put carrots in the chat. Spam the chat right quick.
Like, I know that. I ain't have nothing to do with that.
That's crazy. Your partner. No, it's not. Yo, he's not my partner. Look how my partner played me. You calling him my partner? Publicly, that man did a record with that my girl and then went on a tour with him. But I had to look the other way. And because my girl said leave it alone, I left it alone.
You left it alone.
Dame couldn't break his promise to Aaliyah, but his anger was spiraling out of control.
Rumors of a growing rift between Jay-Z and Dame Dash.
The Rockefeller CEO was caught crashing a marketing meeting at parent company Def Jam, accusing executives of trying to cut him out.
This is treacherous. I'm telling you, I'm sick of this. I seen all of y'all yesterday. Why nobody told me about a marketing plan about Jay-Z? How do y'all calling me about Jay-Z without Rock?
I used to work up there at this time too.
Rockefeller. There ain't even nobody from Rockefeller in here.
No, we're gonna reschedule.
What the f you mean you're gonna reschedule?
Look at Mike Kaiser.
We're gonna reschedule, man.
What you mean you're gonna reschedule? You get the f out. You're not a leader. You don't know about my culture. You don't know about Jay.
Dame was struggling to hold on to the one thing he had left, so he didn't see what was coming.
Oh man, and they sold them out last month too with that auction. They fucked Dame over.
They don't give a f. That's all they do is exploit. So they trying to take our franchise from us.
Basically stole it. See, he was saying that in 2002. They trying to take our franchise from us, right? 22 years later, they take everything, and it was your own man. See, he was thinking they. He was thinking Lior. Lior was in bed with Hove. That's why Hove was dropping albums like, I'm already home. I'm in the car already. Come on, bro. He said it all in his raps. Go look at Death of a Dynasty. He actually was in the fucking movie, but it was a depiction of what was actually going on. All of us that was at Def Jam at that time knew this. I mean, Rockefeller is in the Def Jam building, y'all. Just in case you don't understand. 3 floors on 48th Street. You have 1 floor that's island music. The next floor is like, you know, like distribution and marketing. 3rd floor, bro, all those labels is in Murder Inc., Dipset, you know what I'm saying? All the motherfuckers up there. You catch Rough Rider motherfuckers up there every day, every single day.
You know about that?
That's why the lawsuit, when the feds hit the building before the Murder Inc. shit, everybody got shut down. Bro, when they hit when the feds hit the building, there was about 370 artists on on Def Jam, right? The reason why you know this is because when you used to come in the building and sign in and pass security, you would see all the record labels that was and all the record labels and all the artists that was signed to those record labels right inside the fucking manifesto and downstairs. So when they got hit, Murder Inc., it was like the inflation rate in America. When inflation happens in America, it happens all across the motherfucking world. Like Bitcoin. When Bitcoin take a hit coin, all the coins take a hit. You feel me? That's how that's what happened at Def Jam. that was the tale of Def Jam right there. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, honestly, if we looking at record labels as like which label is more evil, you got to think about a Def Jam. Def Jam, man. I could tell you some stories, and I have. Pay attention.
The Scarface party and all that. No. Jay's performing.
James Dash brother, Bobby Dash, close friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? It's my homeboy. Feel me? Been out of town with this motherfucker, stuff like that, you know. Well, I can't say he's a close friend of mine, but we know each other very well. All right. Oh man. If I was a rat, the type of shit I would tell y'all, you know what I mean? Some of the things that I've seen personally and been around, like I said, man, I was on promo teams with these motherfuckers. It runs like the street. Let's put it that way. All right. And behind every artist, especially New York artists, there's a street nigga that's running that dude. They don't make their own decisions. They do what they told. That's it. The person that's rapping is the one that's picked. You know what I mean? Until he puts himself in a position of power. But it ain't the one that's the talented one. It's the one that gets picked. Because Jay-Z's a compilation of a bunch of styles. They brought in Chris and Neve. Stole Chris, you know what I mean? Separated him from the bunch and studied Chris. That's how you get the new Jay-Z. You know what I mean? During that time, because Jay-Z was going down. He was falling off, just like Biggie was falling off. When Biggie died, we wasn't listening to Biggie. Come on, man. Once we seen that video, Hypnotized, we seen helicopters and shit in the video. We still was kind of hardcore back then. All that shiny shit wasn't. Remember how we used to clown Diddy and all them? Shiny shoot, man. Come on, man. Anyway, I'll be all over the place. Let's get back to this.
Jay-Z is moving on from Rockefeller Records and former partner Dame Dash as he steps into his new role as president and CEO of Def Jam.
It's not a beef, it's just growing. And sometimes growing means growing apart. It's part of life, it's part of growing up.
Do you know what's crazy about that meeting? In my heart, I had no idea that Jay set that meeting up, but he set that meeting up.
As Jay-Z left Dame behind, people couldn't understand why Dame was stuck in the past.
Dame is abrasive. Dame burned a lot of bridges.
I burned bridges so I don't have to go back.
Poppy talking some shit. He said same as Biggie. Biggie was a Heavy D knockoff, arguably. Come on, man. And ironically, where does Heavy D come from? Heavy D comes from Uptown Records. Come on, man. He was with Heavy D and the boys. They was from Uptown, bro. Mount Vernon, bro. I ain't even think about that. They stole Heavy D whole style. Fly, fat nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ugly, but we made him pretty. Wow.
I think the Dame is bitter now because
I mean, you know, but Heavy D used to dance. So salute to him.
Jay-Z is a fully megastar brand, married to Beyonce. Aaliyah is gone.
Hey, sorry for interrupting.
All right, let's double tap the screen. Or go to the top right and hit the 3 dots. That's where the like button is at. You know what I'm saying? Put your city in the chat, man. You know what I mean? And show the people that y'all not bots in my chat, because there's a lot of people and there's not a lot of people hitting the like button, right? So double tap the screen or go to the top right to do that and hit the like button. But tell me what city you in, man. Let me make sure I ain't got a bunch of bots in my chat, man. List your city or type 1s if you're on the Trump train. All right, let's go.
Will you please let Aaliyah rest? Will you let her die?
Even as Dame tried to move on, he couldn't let go of his pain over Aaliyah.
Everything that scared me is losing people I love, and everyone that I really love, I've lost. So what it's made me be the animal that I am is that I don't want to sit down and think about the things that are hurting me.
Your secrets are about things you don't express to people. When it comes to feelings, you don't get to go around the feelings, you have to go through them.
Question is how.
When an explosive documentary exposed R. Kelly, Dame came
Tell me what city you in. I'm about to highlight your city.
face to face with the pain he'd been holding back.
Allegations made by more than a dozen women in the surviving R. Kelly docuseries, accusing the singer of holding them captive, brainwashing them. Prosecutors say 3 of his alleged victims were minors.
I think I can't really talk about.
All right, let's get down this rabbit hole, y'all. I'm gonna start highlighting your cities in a second, right? But we definitely gotta go down this rabbit hole because I got a lot of fuck shit to show y'all today, man. All right, now that part, the first part of the show. All right, this is let's call that the PG version. All right, but we about to get real fucked up because niggas is talking.
Niggas shit. Talking shit. Call now.
It's that type of show. You know what I'm saying? Now my girl Tisa Tells is out here, you know what I'm saying? She she has a different theory than me, right? And most of y'all do. They saying that I haven't seen this. This is a real reaction right now because I ain't have time to really do no homework today. But this says Jay-Z and Diddy is working together to make problems go away. Now, y'all know this is my girl right here. I fucks with her, but let me just listen to what she got to say before I,
literally out here defending Jay-Z. Yo, we have officially jumped the shark. And it's interesting to see everybody taking mental leaps to justify why their favorite is somehow not connected to this. Y'all, what is going on? Diddy, it didn't take long. Diddy has issued a statement defending Jay-Z and also going out his way to discredit Tony Busby. Here's the thing that everybody's walking around the room in. If Jay-Z takes Tony Busby down, Tony Busby is the man with almost all of the lawsuits against Diddy. If he can take Tony Busby down, that means that all of Diddy's worries go away and he only has a handful of those first cases. Now, I'm not saying that Jay-Z and Diddy are working together to run a play I am saying that it seems mighty, mighty odd that Jay-Z's talking about justice. He's talking about his kid. He's talking about this. He's talking about that. But you are out here doing the same thing you did for R. Kelly.
Injured in a car accident? Want to see if you qualify for a huge check like this? Don't call insurance. Don't call an attorney. Do this instead. There's a new AI app that can tell you if your accident qualifies for a huge check like this in just 30 seconds.
My bad, y'all.
Doing the same thing you did for Harvey Weinstein. Doing the same thing that you are doing, you have been accused of doing with Diddy. Again, let me just say this, right? Innocent until proven guilty. However, there is a 13-year-old that is making accusations. And for people saying, oh my God, anyone can say anything. If anyone can say anything, then how come nobody does? Regardless of what money-grubbing individuals might want to do, it actually is something to accuse somebody of this. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing. The public tries to protect their faves. How between the word of a 13-year-old that a week ago we believed her, now that your favorite rapper that nobody knows that had a few bangers, well, again, innocent until proven guilty. But I just want to say, Jay-Z never denied doing those things that he did to that girl. It was very much giving, enough is enough. I did not do any of those horrible things. It was a very carefully worded legal statement. Why can't you just come out and say she's lying? I didn't do this. But we'll talk about that in a second, okay? Let's get into the way Diddy and Jay-Z have teamed up. Let's get into the way that Diddy is out here defending Jay-Z. Listen to this. Diddy just posted this. The amended complaint and the recent extortion lawsuit against Mr. Busby exposes his barrage of lawsuits against Diddy for what they are. Shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having lies spread about them, just as lies have been spread about Mr. Combs. As his legal team has said before, Mr. Combs has full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process. In court, the truth will prevail, and that Mr. Combs never sexually assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. Okay, the truth will prevail in court. I believe the victims until further notice. I don't care how many times somebody made a bop or something we could dance to. I do want to say this. Jay-Z's been heavily involved with Diddy for 30 years. You either believe Diddy did it or you don't. If you don't believe he did it, okay, then what are we really talking about? But if you actually believe that he did it, we need to actually ask questions. Why did you not say anything? Why? And also, I find it very interesting, and this is just me.
Well, not to this would be that play devil's advocate. Ain't nobody speaking up for this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z is making ad hominem attacks. He's basically saying Tony Busby is a dirtbag because of his tactics, so he doesn't have a right to step to Jay-Z. They're trying to say this is extortion. And how? For somebody rich and powerful, what was the framework for a victim?
Yeah, teaser is cute. It's just, people gonna clap at her because of her demeanor. You know what I'm saying? She gets into it.
Victim. Then you go and you say, hey, powerful person, you did something to me. And a powerful person says, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I like it because if she makes a mistake, she clears it up.
Take this money. Do you need counseling?
It was attacking her though. Let's not get it twisted. There's a lot of channels that's dedicated just to hating on her. Just like there's a lot of channels that's dedicated to hating on me. All right.
Or do you think they make you fight them every step of the way?
You just don't see them because I buried their ass in the algorithm.
What? To them. So now bringing a civil case is extortion. Sharing my story about what I said happened to me is extortion. Let's not forget, they have a method. Jay-Z can easily countersue for defamation. Jay-Z can try to have this dismissed, but he can easily answer and countersue for defamation. Jay-Z can try to get Attorney Busby disbarred. There are so many ways you can go after.
Hell yeah, get him disbarred. I wouldn't even be talking. Playing with that type of money, I'd have burned them. But Jay-Z made a statement.
someone who is lying, especially when you have money and unlimited legal funds. And also you have a whole highly skilled PR team behind you. What is going on in society that we are now moving to the point where celebrities, much of them who have gotten civil cases for doing weird stuff, is now saying these civil cases are
it's kind of guilty looking. It's kind of guilty looking, but they still ain't selling me that Jay-Z's a 69 guard. They ain't gonna sell me on that.
Extortion. And the only cases that should be allowed are criminal. But then when you get the criminal should be allowed because they're lies. Because why didn't you bring it up earlier? Because of the wonderful things he does. Again, what is going on? I really
see if he ain't doing fuck shit like that, we shouldn't be hunting him down. We shouldn't be hunting him down. Unless somebody got some proof, because all these allegations and shit, this shit's starting to get corny, nigga. I want to see dick go in somebody's mouth. You know what I'm talking about? Shit like that.
Have some questions. You haven't countersued for defamation. You did a strongly worded, it wasn't even a denial. It was attacking. But since when is attacking the attorney good enough? Because if you really want to go down that route, if you really want to get into it,
we don't even know if Diddy guilty yet.
Let's pull up Diddy's team's case history, who they represented, what they won, what they lost, and the tactics they used. Let's pull up all your lawyers, from Agnophilia to Rico to Shapiro.
I'm just saying, man. I want to see porno tape. I mean, back in the days, just think about it, bro. I was locked up, so I don't know what the fuck y'all was looking at. But I remember R. Kelly had a tape that came out, right? Y'all was running around talking about, yo, man, y'all seen that shit? You seen it? Fortunately for me, I was locked up. I came out years after that shit was unpopular. It was like, there was no question about it according to the conviction. I mean, they obviously really had a tape.
To Garagos, let's pull them all up and see what's what. Oh, you mean your attorney is defending you?
I got no tape with no Jay-Z on it. They said that they got it. That was a young girl. Anyway, they said that they got all this shit. I ain't seen none of it. Come on, man. But she has a very valid point. Why is he not getting the guy disbarred? You know what I'm saying? The dude, the Busby dude that's launching these allegations and spearheading this shit. Like, he's leading the charge. Jay-Z called him an ambulance chaser.
Jay-Z's been heavily involved with Diddy for 30 years. You either believe Diddy did it or you don't. If you don't believe he did it, okay, then like, what are we really talking about? But if you actually believe that he did it, we need to actually ask questions. Why did you not say anything? Why? And also, I find it very interesting, and this is just me. Jay-Z is making ad hominem attacks. He's basically saying Tony Busby is a dirtbag because of his tactics. So he doesn't have a right to step to Jay-Z. They're trying to say this is extortion. And how?
Didn't Hov and Beyonce respond to Tisha Tells?
For somebody rich and powerful, what was the framework for a victim? Do you go and you say, hey, powerful person, you did something to me, and a powerful person says, oh my God, I'm so sorry, here, take this money, do you need counseling? Or
Diddy and the you heard and the feds, man, he did it. I heard he running shit up in there too, bro. Salute to Diddy.
Do you think they make you fight them every step of the way? What to them? So now bringing a civil case is extortion. Sharing my story about what I said happened to me is extortion. Let's not forget, they have a method. Jay-Z can easily countersue for defamation.
Ever wonder how constitutional carry affects your right?
Easily countersue for defamation and have them disbarred. That's what the part I'm trying to think about. What, like, this is what raises questions. You be like, damn, why the fuck then?
Jay-Z can try to have this dismissed, but he can easily answer and countersue for defamation. Jay-Z can try to get Attorney Busby disbarred. There are so many ways you can go after someone who is lying, especially when you have money and unlimited legal funds. And also you have a whole highly skilled PR team behind you. What is going on in society that we are now moving to the point where celebrities, much of them who have gotten civil cases for doing weird stuff, is now saying these civil cases are extortion. And the only cases is
it's a hell of an extortion. Let me tell you something. These civil cases, paying that bill, you might as well pay that bill before it goes public. You want to know why? Because we know that the civil suit, the paying them off the money is the first step to getting them locked up, bro. They want these people. I'm gonna tell you something. If they lose a civil suit or settle out, they want them in jail. To me, if a motherfucker innocent, I don't want no. Yo, listen, man. If you running around with 13-year-olds and all that, fuck your life. But if you didn't, shame on anybody that's running with it and don't know the facts.
it should be allowed.
Diddy, whole different story. That nigga was a 69 guard.
A criminal. But then when you get the criminal should be allowed because they're lies.
I mean, because honestly, you don't got a lot of people saying this shit about Jay-Z. You got people saying Jay-Z's the bad businessman. Like, he'll rob the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying?
Because why didn't you bring it up earlier? Because of the wonderful things he does. Again, what is going on?
And mind you, that doesn't represent a big part of his businesses, because when I start looking up what Jay-Z owns, it's way more than some music shit, bro.
I really have some questions. You haven't countersued for defamation. You did a strongly worded, it wasn't even a denial. It was attacking. But since when is attacking the attorney good?
It was an attack. It was a clapback. That's what we call that.
Enough. Because if you really want to go down that route, if you really want to get into it, let's pull up Diddy's team's case history, who they represented, what they won, what they lost, and the tactics they used. Let's pull up all your lawyers, from Agnaphilia to Rico to Shapiro to Garagos. Let's pull them all up.
Wow.
And see what's what. Oh, you mean your attorney is defending you? They tried to get Jesse Maxwell off and used every trick in the books they could to try to make it seem like she shouldn't be held accountable? Do we hold that against you? Let's look at Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Sparrow. Who have you defended? What tactics did you use? What have you helped your...
Baby girl, you're all over the place, baby. Salute to Tisa Tell. That's my girl. I love her, man. Man, I love her. She's cool. All right. Let's get back to Dame Dash. And whether he thinks that Hove is next. I mean, I think that Dame got so much to say, but he just real careful with his words. But by the time his story comes out, it's going to be ugly, bro.
All the time, sleeping over their crib, I would think that they would be privy to the things.
I'm talking about his real story.
So those things were actually happening, and they were privy to them. You know, if you was in pictures with that person a lot and you were with them a lot, I mean, I think it's natural for someone to have you guilty by association until further notice. So unless somebody's gonna like debunk, like I was only there because of this or that. Like I know when I was at, you know, I never went to a Diddy party. I never knew him as Diddy. I was at Puff's party 20 years ago with Aaliyah, and Jennifer Lopez was there, and you know, Natani, and I left. You know, that was the Puff party. But you know, for the shit they saying, I wasn't privy to that, and had I been, I probably would have told everybody. Like I'd have like them niggas is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it would have blew my mind. So that's not a secret I would have been able to keep. But for those that can keep those secrets, it makes you a bit questionable, and I think that's just normal. Can't be mad at somebody for being normal.
Is there something that happened that made you stop partying with Diddy, or you just never really hung out with him like that?
With Diddy. Rockefeller and Bad Boy were two distinctly different movements. So they were more R&B. We looked at them pauses like barefoot niggas and shit. So we had no parts of that. We were like dudes. So when we were on the Puff's tour, you know, we wore bulletproof vests. You know,
he said barefoot niggas. That's crazy, man. Y'all some barefoot niggas out here, bro.
We teased people for wearing shiny suits. It was just it was like the difference between Stax Records and Motown. and us being
Thank you. I just said that.
more Stax Records. So we just our worlds didn't really collide, and I'm not gonna say like I look down at them. It's just I'm not that guy. I wasn't like a S Curl so much, you know, dancing and singing. We were rapping and shit. We was hustling. So it was just a different vibe. But yeah, when he threw parties, people would show up. But I think after I didn't have to go outside anymore, after I felt that everyone that was outside was just Paul's hummer stunting and that it was better to just handle business a different way, I stopped going out altogether unless the events were for me. And that's why I opened up art galleries around the world and started focus on aggregating creative people and documenting them. And the receipts are all on my network, America New.
How do you feel about everybody trying to put Jay-Z in this mix with Diddy?
You call them barefoot niggas. I like that though. Most of these motherfuckers is barefoot niggas. Bunch of barefoot ass motherfuckers out here.
I've just seen so many videos, and it just seems like so many people are trying their hardest to associate Jay-Z with this Diddy situation. But I don't really see any evidence of it myself.
I don't care about Jay-Z.
Okay.
I sold Reasonable Doubt, so I get no fucks given. That's his, that man, whatever's going on with him is on him. I just can't spend so much time worried about another man and what they do and how they feel and how people perceive them. You know, I got my own shit to be worried about. I got to get this money. I'm independent. You know, that whole situation, those people are in my rear view. Pause. So I don't care. On a human level, if the shit is true,
they did damn filthy with that Rockefeller deal right there.
You know, I'm curious to know how true it is, but you know, based on my experiences and the fact that I wanted to get away, I personally made the decision to get away from that camp. So, you know, that was my personal experiences. I didn't want to be over there. Things weren't.
Nigga, why?
You know, I mean, like morally, we just don't. We weren't. It's just not the same fabric. So that's why I went and did my thing. I'm not as tolerant as certain things.
What were you like in high school?
Niggas in the chat saying Dame got amnesia.
A terror. You know, I had a car when I was 16.
Like vanilla ice, the people are sick of me. They put my boom boom down in 4 months. My brother'll be back in Canada working a day job with a burger crown.
I don't know why I did that.
You know, I was smarter than my teachers. I got kicked out of school, went to boarding school. Like, I put myself in boarding school when I was 16 because my homeboys were starting to kill too much. And I was like, it's eventually I'm going to have to do it. So I'm out of here. So I got my own scholarship and went to South Kent for a year. Like, I was pulling up. I got kicked out of school, one of my schools, because, you know, I used to park in my principal's parking spot because I felt like, yo, why does she get to have a parking spot and I don't? We the taxpayers, even though I wasn't paying no taxes, and according to everyone, I still don't. But, you know, I got kicked out of school for being this funny guy. You know, just having this hindsight that you're not going to tell me that I'm not better than you. You're not going to tell me you're better than me. And you're not going to tell me to listen to you if you don't have the life that I want.
At this point, were you already thinking about music at all? Like did you ever try to rap or anything, or what was the music like at that time?
After paid in full, I didn't want to hustle no more. And I say after paid in full, meaning that situation that happened. So once I saw a little, you know, younger dude get kidnapped and someone's best friend killed him, I thought they were untouchable. I said, I quit. And, you know, my cousin was you know, his stepfather was in the game and he was telling me I should pivot that way. And I decided to do that, but it was more a hustle. I wasn't like the music guy, nothing at that time. You know, I always knew how to dance and shit, but I just didn't want to hustle no more. I just wanted to do something that didn't feel like work, but it ended up being a lot more work than I thought.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000. If you're looking to get money you're owed for an injury, I want you to imagine you and your family getting that money, because I know a way that you can.
My bad. I had to go get some coffee real quick. All right. Now let's get in the rabbit hole. Double tap the screen. Thank you for everybody that's here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, rat ass motherfuckers. And farmer.
Like vanilla ice, the people are sick of me. They put my boom boom down in 4 months. My brother be back in Canada working.
All right, let's look at this big fat rat bodyguard that says that he know all this shit about Diddy and you know, sometimes outside of Gene Deal, man, a lot of these bodyguards and people that said that they was around this shit, you know, I be wondering, yo, because like, why the fuck y'all niggas, if y'all had so much against these people, then why you didn't say nothing then?
When they passed out.
Now he's talking about GHB and liquid GHP and some other shit.
Oh,
pink coke.
Recently, he came under scrutiny because of liquid GHB. Now, liquid GHB in a very small amount can incapacitate you. Lowers your heart rate to the point where someone may think you're asleep or dead, but you're really not. So there are people in the indictment saying that, you know, he squirted them with baby oil and they passed out.
And what do you, and in my thinking, the only reason you would want to do that is to take advantage of somebody, whether it be sexually or any other way.
Right. And what I've grown to understand is any man who does ecstasy for longer.
That don't even sound like it's fun. Like, why would you want to fuck something that ain't moving?
Than 2 or 3 years, they start to become a sexual diva.
Okay, let me see. My bad, y'all.
And who does ecstasy for longer than 2 or 3 years, they start to become a sexual diva. This guy Combs been doing ecstasy for 20 years.
Damn.
And now when he was arrested with a substance called Tusi, which is ketamine, ecstasy, cocaine mixed, and is dyed to be pink.
Yes.
So, you know,
that's the pink cocaine that now everybody's talking about.
Right. He was arrested with this while being under federal indictment and being monitored. So that goes to show that there's definitely addiction involved, and there's definitely a drug aspect involved as well.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever hear of cyan being mixed in any of these drinks?
Now, see, whenever people mention cyan, I get uncomfortable because over a period of 6 years, I had pneumonia 3 times, right?
Wow.
So on the final time, my mom takes me to the hospital. They get a toxicology report done. I test positive for cyan. The way cyan metabolizes in the human body is after a certain amount of dosages, it turns into pneumonia. Kim Porter, his ex-wife, died from pneumonia.
I heard that.
His ex-bodyguard recently, a few months ago, just died from pneumonia. And when I first started speaking out about this, there were no podcasts. It's like 2013. There are no podcasts. Social media is really just starting to get ingrained in society. So people talk.
Okay, so he was outside. We just wasn't hearing him.
I mean, I was crazy, said I was a hater, but I work hand in hand with law enforcement in my career path. And
boy, that's a weird ass beard. It looked like he just like took it out of his drawer and just threw the whole beard on, right?
You know, they tested my car. My
He
car
didn't got no eyebrows. He looked like he got beginning stages of.
I had those tested positive. So, you know, I don't think a person will use science directly at a party, but science is around. I tested.
What would you rather? No eyebrows or no teeth? Let me know. And you can't draw on eyebrows. Just, you know what I'm saying. Don't say that. You know.
Positive for. I got my toxicology report to this day. So.
And let me ask you, why would you put cyanide in somebody's drink? What kind of behavior would that cause you to, you know, to be?
Yeah, so you feel like you got the flu. You feel sick. You want to isolate yourself from everyone, and your lungs. You coughing up mucus, like. Throughout history, cyanide poison was a way people got away with murder before the onset of better technology for testing for certain toxins and stuff like that. Because, you know, cyanide used to be in rat poison. So, you know, it's all type of cold case files. This person, she poisoned her husband over a series of weeks with rat poison. He died from pneumonia. You know, where there's smoke, there's fire. You know, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't invent or embellish. I'm only going to speak on things I can verify to be facts. And, you know, I definitely tested positive for the cyanide. I had pneumonia 3 times. I basically got 1 lung now because of it.
Really? So, but this didn't occur at a party for you. I mean, you didn't take a drink at one of Diddy's parties and maybe the cyanide was in one of those drinks.
No, see, because, you know, I have already been privy to certain things. So, you know, it's this footage of me with a bottle of champagne in my hand that I brought with me while I'm with models and stuff like that. Because, you know, it's a scary feeling, bro. Like when you can look at somebody and tell they've been compromised and you can't really explain why. So once me and my team had experienced Rockefeller
Velcro strap beard having ass.
on our own, we said we can never.
Chef from South Park, Nephew Avenue.
Let this happen again. So we invented some new protocols. You know, if a bottle get brought to a section, if it's opened already, we gotta send it back. You know, we would travel with a portable test kit with us. You know, all type of. If people are paying you to protect their life, you know, you got to use every tool that's available.
Well, you know, again, without making any definite allegations or pointing fingers, it makes you think why, you know, Kim Porter would have died of pneumonia when Diddy is putting everything else in drinks. I'm not saying he did it. We don't know that. But it just, it raises eyebrows. You got to kind of think about it, you know? Why did that happen? And she was relatively young, Kim. I mean, she was a young girl. You know,
this is the mob dude, ain't it? What's his name again, y'all? Mob dog Michael Franchise or something like that. I think. Oh God, his name. Salute to him. He's interviewing this guy, and this guy's apparently up there, you know what I'm saying, spilling all the motherfucking tea.
You know, it's not normal that you die of pneumonia at that age.
Just not normal. Just not normal. And, you know, some of the other substances that we mentioned, you know, people will still start partying off of that. Cyanide touch you, you don't want to party.
I agree too.
So, you know,
I agree with his earlier statement, man. That ecstasy shit will turn you to a sexual deviant. But who the fuck could take that shit for 20 years? Oh, man.
You almost get a feeling like, man, something's wrong here. But you're not going to think that somebody's poisoning. You're not going to think that, you know? Right. But it definitely happened to me. So, and like in the work that I do to combat human trafficking, you know, I've had bounties on my life. You know, I've had the FBI showing up telling me, yeah, we got information. You know, by law, they got to tell you.
Right.
Had those situations, you know. So, you know, you just kind of get accustomed that you know what you signed up for. So, you know, you just try to take as many steps possible to mitigate risk and, man, and hope for the best. Be vigilant.
Well, let me ask you this. you know, Suge was quite outspoken. He gave me names. He said that he mentioned Obama. He said Obama and Diddy were close friends.
All right, well, this is getting too dark for me, man. This is getting too dark for me. Let's go down the rabbit hole real quick, right? All right, now I want to watch show y'all this video I was watching of Officer Tatum smack, you know what I mean, basically G checking some old, you know, Black Lives shit matter chick, you know what I'm saying? That decided to get stupid, okay? Rabbit hole, double tap the screen, let's get the likes up real quick and let's see what my boy do with this chick and see what her purpose is today. All right. Says smug socialist gets obliterated.
So you're trying to say that 150 years isn't enough time for climate change to rapidly exceed, but the population is growing at a huge rate. And one singular person, Taylor Swift, can emit 8,000 tons of CO2 in 1 year.
And she's one of the biggest climate activists.
She's not a climate activist.
Yes, she is.
She got no bra on.
She's not.
Yes, she does.
No, her private jet.
She advocates for it, but she's still flying.
Unprofessional.
Private.
Okay, what does that have to do with the fact she's still producing CO2?
Who is a climate activist that you know of that want to make a difference?
I mean, the men ain't gonna be able to take their eyes off her chest. Trust me.
Bill Gates, still flying that private jet and still getting that gas guzzling car.
Yeah, any billionaire is not going to actually be a climate activist. That's not the
who's
point
a real
I'm saying.
climate activist?
They're
then?
still making the
who's
CO2 emissions.
Who is a climate activist that you know of?
I'm a climate activist.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm studying at UW. And I'm
That
getting
ain't going to
environmental
change the
studies
climate.
major.
That's not going to change the climate. What are you physically doing? Where do you get coffee this morning?
Well, I don't drive. I don't.
Did you get
emit
coffee
any
this morning?
CO2. No,
This is gonna be fun.
Do you drink coffee?
not really.
Do you clearly buy clothes?
I thrift clothes.
You thrift clothes. How did they get here?
But also, one
How did they
singular
get here?
person.
What do you?
that's not a billionaire is not going to
no.
have the same rate as billionaires.
People always do this. What everybody else can do. What are you doing to change the
I
climate?
do stuff every single day, but I'm
Like
also
what?
not a business.
Like what?
I don't drive. I don't emit any CO2 from driving. I only bike and walk.
Yeah.
But
what do
also,
you-
one singular person
still-
that's just an average person
you
is not the
still-
same as a billionaire.
You still go
with a
to
private jet.
the store, get your groceries. That's come here on a semi. You buy all your clothes that are coming here on a semi. You still are contributing to all of the same things that you claim that you want to advocate against.
Yeah, there's over 8 billion people in the world. I don't think
it's not going
one
to change.
college student. I'm
And just
talking
say-
about billionaires and businesses.
Oh man.
The people that are actually.
Who's going to make a
doing-
difference? Name one. Elon Musk has tried.
We can change public policy to regulate businesses.
Who's going to do that?
That's how you make a change.
What you going to regulate?
Politics.
What you going to regulate? Are you for ending all gas cars?
I'm not for gas cars, but also it's not something you can
No, are
just
you gonna-
change within a matter of.
Well, how long until we end gas cars?
Well, if we start adding more public transportation and working on having infrastructure similar to Europe, like, yeah,
What?
walkable cities, yeah. If you've been to Europe, you know it
How many
works.
walkable cities? The whole country?
Have you been to Europe?
Let's do the whole country as a walkable city. What is
it's
China
a
going to do? What is China going to do?
China has public transportation as
And
well,
when you
but
say
they also have a
when you say
larger
walkable
population.
cities, when you say walkable cities, that's going to constrict transportation and communication and networking by a lot. If you
not
have
how
to
that
walk
works.
everywhere,
That's not how
you
that
use a
works.
bus.
Do you know what a walkable city is?
Well, nah, that sounds crazy to me. I'm assuming that you walk from one city to the next, or within the
No,
city.
there's trains. You can take public transportation.
So everybody has to do public transportation.
You don't have to. It's an option. It's called an option.
And it's going to change the environment. By how
It
much?
literally does. Go look.
By
at
how
Europe.
much?
They produce almost like 10 times less
Okay,
CO2
but how
than
much
the
is that
average
going to
US
affect the
citizen.
climate?
Over time, it will.
How much time?
I mean,
Soon.
I don't
but
have
soon.
an exact number, but
When?
it depends how much we change it, and if you actually
How much?
regulate
How much can we
businesses.
change within 10 years?
It depends what we end up doing.
Everybody, you can't do a walkable city, because how are you going to get?
Have you been anywhere? Have you ever been anywhere?
No,
You
I
can't do a walkable city. They exist. They're in
Where?
Europe.
Where?
In
Europe.
Europe.
I'm talking about America.
I mean,
Europe is
there's different
Europe
parts.
is an-
Like San Francisco has pretty good public transportation with their trolleys.
They love disrespecting when you know what I'm saying.
You can take the link here.
Here,
I don't
never been anywhere.
drive personally because you can take public transportation.
This dude is sitting around next to Trump and fucking Candace Owens. He's sharing stages with them. This broad, have you ever been anywhere?
You can't. How much of the city?
Definitely not leaving off the campus. She has to walk everywhere. She has to walk everywhere. That's why she's running around with them dirty ass jeans on with her boyfriend's fucking jersey on. You know what I'm saying? And no bra. Bitch is a mess.
It's going to be walkable, do you think, in Seattle?
Well, Seattle's somewhat walkable, but you can design a city to be walkable.
What city? You're going to design this city?
The Link Light Rail is currently working on expanding.
No, but what about this in the city? Traffic is the
20 years for them to perfect light rail in Jersey. Knock it off.
Worst I've ever seen in any state in Washington.
Well, do you know how traffic regulations work?
How are they going to fix that?
They can fix it by changing the urban development of the city.
How? Changing the freeway structure?
Yes. You know you can do that, right? You can work on a road.
How much that cost?
I mean, it's
and that be knocking cities down for 5 years, building just a extra lane sometimes.
Not as much as billionaires are costing.
Yeah, I agree. This chick is dumb.
Billionaires. What, you a billionaire gonna come pay for the freeway to get changed?
Bill Gates has donated stuff here.
He has.
Pants stink, man.
And he's still flying on that jet.
And you know taxes are a thing,
he's still
right?
flying on that jet.
Use
We gonna keep raising taxes? We gonna keep raising taxes?
No, but I think we can tax billionaires more than they already are.
Explain that to me. What do you want to do?
Tax a billionaire more than someone
how are you
who
going to
has
do
less
that?
money.
What's the plan?
You regulate it through policy.
You're going to tax the billionaire or the corporation?
Both. You can do both.
Actually saying some smart shit.
Both of those things.
At what rate?
At a rate that fits with them. That could be up to
Dumb as fuck, but she's hitting some good points.
to 40%
That's fine.
because
Let's do 40%.
Okay.
And how many businesses you think are going to do business overseas?
I mean, that's up to them.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to move their business out of America, and they're not going to do business here.
Taxed.
They're not going to get taxed. They're.
Oh man. Anyway, here's the suspect that in that United Healthcare thing. I meant to show you all this earlier. This is a little 3-minute clip. This is of the. They said they got him. His name is Luigi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Mangione.
Earlier this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, members of
His name was Venezuela Reyes.
the Altoona Police Department arrested Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old male, on firearms charges. At this time, he is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder.
I don't know why those two jackets look exactly. They look completely different, man. Those two jackets look completely. I don't know if y'all watching this on the TV or the screen, but those jackets look completely different, bro. On this jacket on the right, the string is hanging from the outside. This jacket on the left, the string is hanging from the inside. This jacket on the right has a button at the top of the jacket. Maybe I'm just seeing shit. And the one on the left doesn't have a button. The one on the right has this hole for the button right next to the string, but this one doesn't have it. And on this side, it looks like he doesn't have a book bag, like I said, at all. On this side, he clearly has one, and it's the same shot, damn near. How did they? I don't know, man.
And he is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson,
shoulders,
CEO of United Healthcare, last Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan. The suspect was in a McDonald's and was recognized by an employee who then called local police. Responding officers
he caught a body and he just randomly just sitting in McDonald's. Oh, knock it off.
questioned the suspect, who was acting suspiciously and was carrying multiple fraudulent IDs as well as a U.S. passport. Upon further investigation, officers recovered a firearm on his person as well as a suppressor, both consistent with the weapon used in the murder. They also recovered clothing, including a mask consistent with those worn by our wanted individual.
Never.
Also recovered was a fraudulent New Jersey ID.
This is just dropped.
Matching the ID our suspect.
So they got a guy.
Suspect used to check into his New York City hostel before the shooting incident. Additionally, officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset. NYPD detectives are en route to Pennsylvania.
Just so happens he has a letter on him.
As we
this innocent cocksucker. Who the fuck did they grab?
seek to interview the subject further.
And those are the ones that he had to clear out of the gun. Man, yeah. Oh, man.
This combination of old school detective work and new age technology is what led to this result today. And we must also acknowledge the instrumental role
They got a regular dude.
The media and the public played in this case.
Oh shit, that's him on the bike, isn't it?
Instrumental role the media and the public.
Man, knock it off. Where's the book bag at?
Played in this case. The images that we shared with the public were spread
on a regular bike and
far and wide. And the tips we received led to the recovery of crucial evidence.
I believe this was a big ass hit, and they're not gonna leave no crumbs for nothing, nobody. All right, paid off the right cops. Listen, go grab y'all motherfucker up and let's put this to an end.
We should never underestimate the power of the public to be our eyes and our ears in these investigations.
As the commissioner stated earlier, a male was taken into custody today in Altoona, Pennsylvania this morning. He has been identified as Luigi Nicholas Mangione. He's a male, 26 years old. He was born and raised in Maryland. We know he has ties to San Francisco, California, and his last known address was Honolulu, Hawaii. He has no prior arrest history in New York.
Man, knock it off, man. They got some innocent ass nigga. Man, rest in peace to that dude, man. I seen the video, Lansky was playing it of some hot shit he was talking. Probably got him knocked off, man. I don't know, man. Rest in peace to him. Condolences for the family, man.
Accept the election loss. This time.
Now this says they're just insufferable. Waltz and Obama slammed over recent comments. Let's see what they got to say.
Criticizing Americans for rejecting wokeism.
We were pledging to be.
1 second, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Normally they just get a guy when the public is tripping, but no one has cared but the media. Yeah, they can grab him, regular son of a bitch. They probably profiled him and everything before they even knew his pattern, where he was gonna be, all that shit. They said, all right, let's go look like this guy. Probably wasn't even a real face. Never know, man. When it's coming that big, that billionaire money, it's different. And then what was he doing? Just walking random. I don't get it.
Bring people in. Donald Trump
goes to show you, man, unless you're spending that money, man, having a lot of money is a very lonely life, man. You got to get rid of a lot of friends, man.
Trump has said that isn't what he wants. And so if that's what America
definitely a patsy
is leaning towards, I guess for me, it's to understand and learn more about America.
And the man who has become the most bitter Democrat, Barack Obama, echoed that statement.
The election proved that democracy is pretty far down on people's priority list.
Joining us now is host of the Brad versus Everyone podcast, Brad Palumbo. Brad, look, why can't America be so kind as to accept
Barack ain't going to stop. He ain't going to stop because he's addicted to the money. You know what I'm saying? So he's just going to keep on going. Plus, he liked the camera a lot. You know what I'm saying? Go back to your country, Candace Owens says. All right, check this out, right? Now here, y'all know Candace is my girl, man. She like doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the four horsewomen of the apocalypse aren't just looking for conformity. They're very serious. I take them seriously. I don't take them as flashes in the pan. A lot of people do. But I think as they are claiming to be victims, a lot of people today are seeing them as the aggressors. And as soon as they get the slightest pushback, they do revert to victim status. And then they spring into attack mode, labeling, as we just heard, everyone in the process as racist. Watch.
You know, when you say things like the Speaker of the House is being disrespectful.
I can't stand this broad AOC, yo.
To women of color.
I did not say that she was disrespectful of women of color. I found some of the comments disrespectful, and that was my personal opinion.
Okay.
And I did feel that singling out on the basis of one vote was creating an opening.
No, so she's creating an opening for the racists. That's where that went. So
double tap screen. Let's get the lights up.
The Speaker of the House is really being disrespectful to these freshman congresswomen, or is she treating them as congresswomen? Like, you have 4 votes, but guess what? You're not in the majority. We're moving on. That's how congressmen and women are treated when they're not the dominant force within a party, period. They don't like that. Joining me now to analyze is Candace Owens, founder, of the Brexit movement, and Shireen, a Muslim reformer. Candace, you heard the previous conversation. It gets heated. Send them back is rough language. But I saw there was a church in Virginia and Appomattox that said send them back. What do you think that is doing to scratch at the Democrats? Why are they so upset by this?
They're upset by it because they're more or less seeing the exact same thing that happened in 2016. I feel like I have deja vu watching this. We just listened to Chris Hahn condemn an entire audience as all being racists. Everyone who chanted that is racist. I mean, there's no intellectual depth to that analysis, and that is so problematic. He thinks that every black person is going to wake up and magically vote Democrat because of that chant. That's insulting to black people, to think that we're so foolish, as you said, that we would vote against our own self-interest. We are doing amazing under this economy. It's very clear what this chant meant. It simply meant, if you do not like this country and you don't like America, you are welcome to leave. Obviously, the president is not looking to deport Ilhan Omar, okay? So anybody that's taking it that seriously is completely misreading culture right now. And at the end of the day, they're going to be...
How many votes does it say on your side? To say that, can y'all see that y'all can vote? Yes or no? Type 1 if y'all can see that y'all can vote on this, on the poll.
Upset when Trump wins by a larger margin in 2020.
I think the exclusion and the intolerance is seen, Shireen, so often today on the left, where if you're a Muslim reformer like yourself, you're not an authentic Muslim. Candace is not authentically black. As a woman, I'm not really being true to the female gender because I don't buy into all their tropes. That, to me, is very intolerant. But they see it as their moral right. And if you don't agree, they will shame you. They will try to drive you out of business and drive you out of public life. Trump sees that, I think. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And I think these polls, we're going to get into it next segment, are pretty devastating on an early basis for this Democrat Party going down this direction.
Yeah, as a Muslim reformer, I see this behavior all the time. This is extremist behavior. Identity politics has become the gateway drug for radicalization. And so this gang, it's not a squad, these are gangs.